Hello and welcome to the third podcast with me, Angelo Grosso. I'd like to first say a little bit about the protests that are happening all over the world. I believe overall these protests have been happening almost 10 days. I hope they continue. I think they're a good cause. I wish the looting would be restricted to major companies such as Target, Walmart, Costco, Fred Meyer, etc. I personally, I'm not a fan of looting. I don't support it, but if you're going to do it, leave the mom and pop stores alone, leave the small businesses alone, go after the big ones. They have the money to afford such a attack, if you will, and the people that work there will still have jobs. Whereas if you burn down, someone's small business, that's their livelihood. Odds are they will not be able to recover. So fucking think before you throw that Molotov cocktail, you cocksucker. I really don't feel like the world needs another white male talking about race. I personally am horrified of what continually happens in this country in regards to the police and predominantly black men. But do I think all cops are racist? Absolutely not. Do I think the actual police system itself is racist? Yes. Do I think there is such a thing as good cops? Of course. But do I think the police unions protect their own no matter what? Yes. Do I think the bad cops are protected by good cops because, like I just said, they protect their own? Yes. So you got to fix that culture. And I'm not going to bore you with my opinions on how to fix policing in this country because it goes well beyond your local police. It goes through the judiciary system, it goes through the prison system, education system, and yada yada yada. If you are taking part in the protest, please be safe. Don't bring children to it. I, like everyone, have seen the image of the girl that's getting her face washed because she got tear gassed by police here in Seattle. Now, of course, that picture is being used inappropriately, in my opinion, to warrant belief that all the police did that on purpose. We don't know that. I highly, highly, highly doubt a police officer saw a little girl and said, I'm going to spray that bitch with mace. No. But still, I truly believe there's good cops, but, whenever I see a cop car or SUV or a police station getting burnt or getting graffitied, I don't necessarily think it's okay, but right now it does seem to feel okay. Maybe a month down the road it won't feel good, but right now it does feel good. I have never had a bad run-in with the police, but of course, I do believe in white privilege, and that's one of them. Quite frankly, I've been rude to a few police officers and gotten away with not even a ticket or a fine. I firmly believe if I was black or of minority, I probably would not have been treated as such. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. On to happier things. But, I will say one more thing before we move on. I don't know why my mind goes to sports right now. Maybe because I, for whatever reason, hold certain athletes higher in society and culture than I do any other profession, even politicians. And maybe that's on me. But I would love to get, and maybe, again, before I continue, I think this is because I'm still thinking about that Michael Jordan doc, which is still amazing. I don't give a fuck if you think it's not good because he produced it. Go fuck yourself. He did a great job. He did not come off that documentary looking squeaky clean and lovable. Fuck that noise. Anyhow, if I could get a room and fill it with Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Derek Jeter, King Griffey Jr. Well, he's dead, but I'd like to put Kobe Bryant, so maybe put LeBron James in there. Maybe Russell Wilson. Oh, I need a football player from the 90s. Oh, who was a giant football player in the 90s? What can I think? Jerry Rice. What the fuck's wrong with me? And just get them in the room and have them just talk about, any subject. But I would like to hear their opinion on winning, leadership, camaraderie. Fuck it. I like to hear them talk about the police, politics, if they would. They may not want to touch that stuff, but I don't know, but I personally would love that. I don't know if anyone else would like that, but I would watch the shit out of that. I want to give a quick fuck you to Vince McMahon of the WWE, formerly of the WWF. I really don't think there's a bigger cunt on this planet than Vince McMahon. Donald Trump is up there. Mitch McConnell's up there. God. Who's a bigger cunt than Vince McMahon? Oh, it's tough. That is tough. I mean, I hate a lot of people, and I wish a lot of bad things on a lot of bad people. But Vince McMahon, God. Dick Cheney, maybe? Maybe Dick Cheney. Who's that old fuck from the FBI that used to dress up like women? Hoover? Is that his name? Hoover? I gotta check that shit out, because he's probably the biggest cunt of them all. At least within the last 100 years. Let's see. FBI Hoover? J. Edgar Hoover. Yeah. On the top of Cunt Mountain, it would be him, and then it'd be Vince McMahon. But I just had to get that off my chest because I was listening to podcast, and they were talking about a documentary called The Dark Side of the Ring. And I saw the trailer for it, and I used to love pro wrestling. I loved it. I mean, I was watching it in its heyday. At least in my opinion, the heyday. It was probably from the early 90s through 97, 98. I remember the Monday Night Wars between WCW and WWF. And, God, it was the New World Order against Generation X. Fuck yeah, that was the shit back in the day. Anyway, I just have seen too much behind the scenes to ignore what a massive, colossal cunt Vince McMahon is. LaFonda, do you think Vince McMahon's a cunt? Yeah, of course you do. Anyway, let's move on. There's been some weird shit happening in my shower lately. Nothing spooky. No poltergeists. Although it would be kind of funny to see a haunted shower. I would watch that movie. I don't know how it would kill people with the water just gets super hot and then it like locks itself so you're stuck so you melt. Or is it so cold you get frostbite and you kind of break apart? I mean, that whole movie that I've just made up, it all comes down to whether or not the shower is a locking shower. Because if it's just a curtain, that's unbelievable. But if there's some kind of locking mechanism or door that slides closed but never slides open again, well, after the first killing, I don't know, why would it keep killing people? Who would keep using the shower? If I was looking at a house and I look at a shower and the agent tells me, by the way, I have to tell you someone died in that shower. I think they have to tell you if someone died in the house. That wouldn't bother me in real life. Anyway, but yeah, that shower kills the first guy or gal, and why would anyone take a shower? I'm debunking my own movie. Anyway, fuck it, I'd still watch it because it's so fucking weird and stupid. What was I talking about? The showers. Oh yeah, the weird shit. So, both of these instances have to do with hair. I can't speak for anyone else, but to me, hair and showers has always been kind of funny. Jerry Seinfeld did a great bit about how the hell does hair get so high up in a shower? It's higher than me. How did it get up there? And I swear it moves. That was part of the bit. I probably butchered it, but fuck it. Look it up on the YouTube. It's everywhere. So anyway, I think it's funny because I think the same things. Anyway, I just took a shower this evening and I was washing my butt and my back. When I was giving my butt the good cleaning, with the side of your palm, not your thumb, of course. You kind of got to get it in there. I felt like something back there. And I thought, what the fuck is that, right? It felt like string or something. And I said, well, I am a little bit stoned because I really do like getting stoned and taking a nice hot shower. It's really relaxing. I said, maybe I'm just stoned. Maybe that's just the water or something. But just to make sure, I'm going to just grab blindly back there. And I'll be damned if I didn't pull back the longest piece of hair. And I know whose hair it is. It's my girlfriend's. She has like 6 foot long hair. Whenever she showers, she likes to laugh and point at the side of the shower, and there's like a fucking jungle of her hair. We literally have to ball it up, and it's like a ball of string. It's thick too. It's everywhere. Whenever I vacuum the carpet, it looks like I vacuumed a fucking little poodle. There's so much of her fucking hair, but anyway. So that was spooky. That it just blew my mind that somehow I had some of her hair in or around my asshole, which is strange because I showered yesterday and there was nothing there. She hasn't been in this house in probably 4 days. I've taken multiple showers since she's left. Never got the hair, which means to me the hair either was chilling on my back, which no, because I feel like the initial showers would wash that shit off. It had to be in my hair on my head, but again, it would have to be like tangled around some of my other hair because I just don't get it. It really, I literally was paused in the shower for like 2.5 minutes trying to think, what the fuck, how did this even happen? The second spooky one is not really that spooky, but it's a sensation I've never felt before. And, much like everyone else, my hair is the longest it's ever been. It's crazy. And I have very wild curly hair. It's very poofy, very thick, also very luscious, if I'm being honest. Anyway, so I'm washing my hair, and my head's bent in the shower. I'm giving it the good little dog shake, I like to do that in the shower. And I opened up my eyes, and I felt a very sharp sting. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Is that shampoo in my eye? It didn't feel like there was shampoo in my eye, but it still stung. So I said, oh, that was weird. Anyway, so I started doing it again. I felt the same sting. Now, again, sometimes I just like to chill in the shower for, whatever. So I knew it wasn't shampoo, but my eye was still getting stung. I realized my hair is so long. It's never been this long before that it literally is so long. It goes over my forehead, fucking is hitting me in my fucking eyeball when I'm doing the dog shake in the fucking shower. I'm 33 years old. That's never happened. I've never gotten the hair in my head and my eye. I know it happens to girls and dudes with ponytails and mullets and stuff, but I've never experienced that. And it literally, I almost fell in the shower. I was so startled. But anyway, yeah, I'm kind of excited for my next shower to see what else is going to happen. Hopefully nothing crazy. Hopefully I can just take a quick shower, but hasn't been the case lately. I recently was delivered some pants I bought online. And the pants were made in Guatemala. And I've never seen that shit before. I've never seen anything that said made in Guatemala. And so I'm wondering, is Guatemala better than some Asian countries that use sweatshops and child labor and all that stuff to make, basically make all of American, all of our stuff, basically. So I'm going to take a look to see what the fuck is happening in Guatemala. I almost forgot what country I was looking at. I almost typed in Guadalajara, but I don't think Guadalajara is a country. I think that's a city. I'm so fucking white. All right. Oh, doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Let me rephrase this. Child labor, Guatemala. Ooh. Well, guys, not looking good for Guatemala. But the pants are comfortable, so what are you going to do? My girlfriend and I have been taking part in this movie adventure where she watches a movie she's never seen that I love and vice versa. And so far, she has not really liked The Big Lebowski and Hot Fuzz. And she's been showing me pretty much nothing but romantic comedies, which the mass majority of those are the bane of my very fucking existence. But I'll give her credit. For every My Best Friend's Wedding and How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, I saw In Time, that Domhnall Gleeson and Rachel McAdams movie. A lot better than I thought it would be. I actually enjoyed that movie. And, oh, fuck, what was the other one? Well, what the fuck? I watched another movie of hers that I really, really liked. What the fuck was it? Oh, Hitch. Hitch was okay. I never saw Hitch before. The Will Smith, Kevin James movie. I just can't get over Failure to Launch. That movie was such an abortion. It should have been curb stomped out of existence, honestly. Oh, shit. What was that movie? In Time was amazing. In fact, I could go a little bit on a little big spiel about In Time. The time travel aspects didn't make a whole lot of sense. Spoiler, there's elements of time travel in it. That's probably why I liked it. But I can't think of what was the other movie I saw. Shitballs, man. I wish I was writing that shit down. Well, anyway, after I realized she didn't like my kind of philosophical comedies like Big Lebowski and violent bro comedies such as Hot Fuzz, I switched to romantic comedies that I liked. We watched 9 Months, that older Hugh Grant, Julianne Moore, and Jeff Goldblum and Tom Arnold, and the female Cusack, Joan Cusack. That was one of my favorite ones as a kid. We also watched Moonstruck, which I fucking love Moonstruck. I could watch that movie probably once every couple months. I love that fucking movie. I should watch it at least 4 times a year. What else? Oh, I'm gonna make her watch The Birdcage with Robin Williams and Hank Azaria, Nathan Lane and Gene Hackman and Diane Lane. Not Diane Lane. That's not her name. Oh, who's that actress? Oh, it's gonna bug the shit out of me. Well, let me look it up here. Come on now, internet, hurry up. We got people waiting on us. Jesus. The Birdcage, which, by the way, is a remake from a French movie that I have not seen. The Birdcage. Here we go. 1996. I was 10 years old. Who was that actress? Come on. Here it is. IMDb. Diane Wiest. Hell yeah. Not Diane Lane. I was halfway there. Excellent movie. Oh, what the fuck was that movie I watched with her? Oh, fuck. If she was here, I could just ask her. Oh, fuck. Well, you know what? I'm going to text her. While You Were Sleeping. That's right. That's the fucking movie. That movie was pretty good. I thought it was going to be shit. I went in with my blinders on, you know? I was judging that fucking book by its ugly-ass cover. Jesus, I'm fucked up. Anyway, I love that movie. It was pretty good. It was peak cute Sandra Bullock before she got annoying. And Bill Paxton. No, wait, not Bill Paxton. Bill Pullman was decent. He had that kind of stoner, kind of I don't give a fuck sleepy eyes attitude, which I kind of dig. It was a pretty enjoyable movie. It wasn't a great movie, but it was pretty good. Oh, I forgot. The other movies I watched with her were Bill and Ted. Those 2 movies. I love Bill and Ted. I loved them so much when I was a kid. Still do. And they still hold up. First one is a fucking classic. The second one goes a little bit off the rails, but it was amazing. Although in the second one, they use the term fag, and it's very cringeworthy. But, you know, it was a different time, 1991. Was that the sequel, 1991? Let's see. By the way, I just saw the trailer for the third one, and it looks amazing. Let's see. Bill and Ted 2. 1991. Yeah, you could say fag back then. What are you going to do? I may have her watch Bull Durham, because I love baseball movies. Fucking love them. But what the hell else did I have to talk about with movies? Oh, yeah. Interstellar, that's right. I was saying that I would recap that movie. Well, you know, I'm not going to recap that movie. Fuck it. Everyone's probably seen it by now. If you haven't, check it out. You're about 7 years behind. That's 7. That's such a random number. Did it come out in 2013? Was I right? 2014. Shit, I was so close. Anyway, I'll sum up my love for this movie because it really is a movie I love. It really is my top 10. Maybe one of these days I'll go over my top 10 list. But let's see. The reason I like it, one of the main reasons I like it is because it had one of the top scientists in the world basically help create what the space travel would be like, what it would look like. The science was as up to date as it could be at the time. But who is that dude? Let's see. Interstellar scientist. Consultant. Yeah, here we go. Who is that motherfucker? Is it Kip Thorne? Yeah, he's a theoretical physicist and a Nobel Prize winner. So a pretty good guy to consult for these things. Let's see. He's an American theoretical physicist, Nobel laureate, blah, 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 known for his contributions in gravitational physics and astrophysics. Oh, getting my dick hard here. A longtime friend and colleague of Stephen Hawking and Carl Sagan. Ooh, this motherfucker's awesome. He was the professor of theoretical physics at the California Institute of Technology, Caltech, for those that didn't know, until '09, and he's one of the world's leading experts on astrophysical implication and the general theory of relativity. He continues to do scientific research and scientific consulting, most notably for the Christopher Nolan film Interstellar. Fuck yeah. So the fact that they had a guy who basically could say what's right, what's wrong, here's what it should look like, here's what it would mean. That's why the black hole scene in that movie was so dank. Oh, I love that movie. Acting is good, the story's good, the effects are good. Yeah, it gets a little weird near the end, I'll be the first to admit, but fuck it, it's amazing. And if you don't like the movie, you can go fuck yourself. That's all I can say about that. I usually respect people's opinions, even if they go against mine, but on the case of Interstellar, if you saw it and didn't like it, this is one of the rare occasions where your opinion is wrong. Anyway, let's wrap this baby up. Yeah, I want to say one more thing about these protests. I certainly changed my line of thinking in regards to police reform since these protests have been happening. I was kind of surprised how I was okay with defunding the police department. And after doing some research, it does make a little bit of sense to me, Because it's like the military budget in this country. Even if you cut 10-15%, hell, even a quarter out, you're still left with a large chunk of fucking money that you can waste on frivolous fucking things after you get the basics done. But my God, I just did not know the level of, I don't want to say the word corruption, but inaction is probably a good word, at how police take care of their own and reporting these things, because there's a lot of data coming out from reliable sources that's saying the whole theory of good cops and bad cops is that the good cops are weeded out pretty quickly. I don't know how long in the force that happens, but it sure seems to be after a couple years, good cops get out of there because they can't stand the system. They can't stand the union that's corrupt. I will say corrupt on the police union. Those fucks are corrupt as all holy hell. And the cops that do stay in that system are usually the bad cops, or good cops that get turned or jaded or God only knows what. Because I'm 33, and my whole life I've seen just the most obviously guilty police of using excessive force. I've seen them get off again and again and again and get away scot-free. I hope this time's different. I really do. And I hope this leads to actual, legitimate police reform. I'm talking make police do police work. They don't need to do a lot of the extra shit we make them do. They're not healthcare workers. They're certainly not social care workers. They're not psychologists, They're there to protect citizens. They're here to protect the peace. They need to be taught how to de-escalate. They don't need to be taught that they're going to war every day. And I don't want to go down this alley, but Jesus, there's a long history of white supremacy in the police force. I'm not saying all white supremacists are cops, because it's not true at all. However, over the millennia, the police have been forced to do a lot of awful things to usually minorities. Cops have been beating minorities up since this country was made, since the police force was conceived. So when you're upheld to follow the law of despicable laws, you're going to get used to hitting and kicking and, shooting and spraying all these minorities just for doing fucking nothing, man. So anyway, I hope I can do more. I wish I could do more, but it certainly has changed the way I think of reform, that's for sure. And it actually really sickens me. I'm really disgusted at how the current government is responding to these protests, and even the competition is fucking up too. Trump and Biden, holy shit. Is that the best we got? Oh, God. It wouldn't be nice if we got someone that isn't exactly like Trudeau, but like 20% of him, 20% of that Prime Minister in New Zealand. What's her name? She's great. You get 20% of Merkel. She's real smart and actually is a scientist. And then you do got to get someone who's a little charismatic, but, if we could just get someone who's basically the progressive version of Trump. says what he wants, curses a little bit, gets in your face, tweets a lot, but actually isn't hateful and sexist and dividing us. And, he's not a probable pedophile. I mean, I know I should say alleged, but, that anonymous hacker group released all that shit. So, it's pretty damning, but are you really that surprised? But anyway, we need someone on the progressive side that has the quote-unquote media savvy to get things moving, get the people excited, get people talking about it 24/7. I don't know. I know I left over 40% there, but I'll think of that later. But anyway, in closing, my heart goes out to everybody. I hope you treat others as you want to be treated. Black Lives Matter. Fucking A. White privilege exists, and if you don't believe in that, you should go to Home Depot, buy a wood chipper, turn it on, and jump through it and see what happens. But beyond that, I love y'all. Take it easy.